Good afternoon, Board of Directors. I'm Evangeline Jacobson, General Manager of Marketing with Lululemon Athletica. I have been with our company since 2000 when we established our roots in Vancouver, Canada, and have witnessed our success as we expanded eastwards. In 2007, we listed on the Toronto Stock Exchange and the NASDAQ, and were welcomed to the world as a public company. We now have store locations in Canada, United States, Australia, and Hong Kong. I have called this meeting today because I have calculated and currently feel that there is an unmet market in Europe into which Lululemon would profit by expanding. The popularity of yoga worldwide is on the rise. We have capitalized on this by going global, but have yet to enter the European market. The opportunity for expansion is also backed by the inadequate fiscal years of two of our major competitors, Nike and Under Armour. Our third quarter fiscal year for 2009 presented a positive growth margin and presents an enticing financial opportunity for investors. It is with these factors that I propose to you today that Lululemon launch an expansion project in Europe, starting with London. 2003 saw an explosion in the number of people practicing yoga worldwide, with an estimation of 15 million people, according to Yoga Magazine. This number has since increased in Canada, United States, Australia, and Europe. Unfortunately, in Europe, they are still practicing with the ill-fitting cotton clothing that was our company's basis for starting in the first place. We want to live by our mission statement, remedy this, and provide components for people to live longer, healthier, and more fun lives. The increase in popularity of yoga in Europe is undeniable, as even the German national football team has incorporated it into their training regimen. In a multi-database search that I carried out on the internet of yoga theaters in London, I found results that rivaled that of Vancouver, Los Angeles, and Toronto, three of our major revenue centers. There is also an increase in yoga therapy. By not having a single Lululemon Athletica location in Europe, we are missing out on potential profits. Britain, and more specifically London, present a market share that is not yet occupied. I propose Britain not only because of yoga's popularity, but also because of the likeness in cultures to that of Canada and the United States. This would foster acceptance of our product more so than in, say, Bulgaria or the Czech Republic, where there is a practice of yoga, but a stronger cultural divide. I propose we set our first European store in London and begin outward expansion once it's established. So first off, we have an unmet market share. Secondly, now more than ever is our chance to expand. The 2009 fiscal years for our strongest competitors, Nike and Under Armour, showing weaker margins of growth for one and a decline of sales for the other, there is market share available. Our net revenue increased 17.1% to $293.2 million from 2008 to 2009. Now, look at this. You can see from these figures that our net revenue growth was over 17% to $292 million. This surpasses the net revenue growth and net revenue totals for both Nike and Under Armour. Compared to the third quarter fiscal years, Nike reported a net revenue decrease of 47%, down to $240 million. Under Armour reported a net increase of 16%, up to $270 million. Again, we surpass both of these companies in total net revenue and total net revenue growth from the previous year. It is figures such as these that bring me to my next point. Lululemon has had a positive margin of growth since we went global. It would be extremely unlikely that we would experience financial problems with future investors. These figures are flags to investors. Starting with just one store, this is a low-risk move. We currently have a high degree of liquidity that would support this expansion project. I would also like to mention that there is a market trend for success for companies that focus their marketing principles around inspiring the market rather than following trends or appealing to the status quo. In Nike's 2008 revenue year of over $460 million, they focused on inspiring the market. We will live by our mission statement to provide components for people to live stronger, healthier, and more fun lives. We will inspire the market, not appeal to the status quo. I hope you will put some serious thought into this proposal. There are no strong reasons why Lululemon won't take off in Europe as it has in Canada, Australia, and the United States. The increase in popularity of yoga in Europe creates a market share for us. The inadequate fiscal years of our major competitors creates room for expansion for us. We have an opportunity. We have a high degree of liquidity and growth that will attract investors, and we have a competent marketing scheme based on inspiration rather than status quo. We have the opportunity, we have the potential. We can provide the components for people to live longer, healthier, and more fun lives, not just in North America and Australia, but also in Europe too. Thank you.